St. Helena is a remote speck of land in the southern Atlantic Ocean. Its isolation has meant that many plants and animals here have evolved into unique species found nowhere else on Earth. St. Helena once had several species of unique birds, but thanks to introduced predators, only one now survives, the wirebird, a kind of plover. It was so rare, it became the focus of a major conservation campaign. While I was on the island, I met with Duff, who's been monitoring wirebirds since 2006. He has scoured the island for breeding wirebirds, and he's taking me to see one of those precious nests.
There's a wirebird nest right here.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Wow, 2 eggs. And of those that survive then, what sort of percentage as a whole would get to adult stage, adult birds?
Throughout the whole island would be about 15%.
15?
Yeah.
What impacts, what causes that predation?
Cats, feral cats in the area. It's like some stupid people sometimes bring house cats out here in the wilderness and let them go.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then they become feral cats. And then you got rats, and then you got monitors. So the trick on the trade is trying to cut down on the whole tree predators at once.
In 2011, scientists began a predator control program to give the wirebirds a better chance of survival. They nest in open areas with little cover, and although their nests are well camouflaged, they're still very vulnerable to introduced rats, minor birds, and cats. Individual nests are monitored with remote cameras that are triggered by movement, so the scientists can see which areas are most at risk from introduced predators. Kevin George from the St. Helena National Trust explains.
This is one of our cameras that we have out in the field as well, again part of our predator control program. We have caught many cats on camera as well, so the specific locations can be mapped and we know what areas to actually target.
And specially designed tunnels also monitor the number of rats around breeding sites.
If I look at this tunnel here, we have the ink and peanut butter is laid. That was done yesterday, and we have some tracks on here that are tracks of a rat. The tunnel itself is active. There was also a rat present.
Only 2 years after the control program began, wirebird numbers began to increase. And there's plenty of habitat for them on the island, including man-made ones. They need open areas of short vegetation, so a football field is ideal. Here, the birds can raise their tiny chicks. It's easy to see why these birds are so at risk from predators. But the predator control program, and the fact they obviously don't mind sharing their island with people, gives hope for the future. The Britain's Treasure Islands book explores the unique wildlife, cultures and history of all of the UK overseas territories. Visit britainstreasureislands.com for details. In sincere thanks to Lord Ashcroft for funding the donation of 1 copy of the Britain's Treasure Islands book to every secondary school across the UK and her overseas territories. Thanks also to all Kickstarter backers and all sponsors and partners for making the 40 mini-documentaries possible.